So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to play claw, and this tutorial is actually super easy. I'll be going through 3 different categories in order to make this super easy for you guys. Step 1 is going to be what actually is claw, and step 2 is going to be what are the best binds and settings to use for claw. And the last step, which is step 3, is how to correctly hold your controller while playing claw. And if you're wondering, Dropz, what do you know about claw? Well, to let you guys know, I have over 30,000 earning competitive all while playing claw. So basically I have tons of experience playing claw, and trust me, it has so many benefits. But now let's get into this tutorial in order to show you the quickest and easiest way to learn claw. So as I said before, step 1 is actually what is claw. So claw is basically a controller grip that allows you to press all your face buttons while having full control over your joysticks. In an FPS game like Fortnite, this is very important because you're constantly moving and aiming. So for example, let me show you the difference between claw and non-claw. So I'm going to show you guys a quick example with keyboard and mouse to give you guys a better sense of what it's like to actually play claw and non-claw. So let's say I was playing non-claw, I would basically have to take my finger off of my mouse and go onto my keyboard just like this. As you can tell, that's not very convenient and it drastically affects my gameplay. To show you guys a non-claw example on controller, let's say that I edit with circle. If I wanted to edit, I would have to take my thumb off of the joystick and go onto circle just like that. So basically moving my thumb off of the joystick affects all of my movement. So if you were playing claw, you would already have full control of all of the buttons while having a good controller grip. And for claw, I wouldn't have to take my thumb off of the joystick. All I would need to do is go to my right pointer finger and take it off of R1 onto circle just like that. And that allows me to still have good movement since I'm not moving my thumb off of the joystick. And claw doesn't actually affect your fingers as much as people say it does. And if you feel any pain or strain, it would eventually go away after you get used to playing claw. Now for step 2, and arguably one of the most important parts to learn claw, is what are the best controller settings. And this part mainly just includes your binds. Alright, so going on to my binds now, as you can see here, my jump bind is R3. Having my jump bind set to R3 allows me to never take my finger off of the joystick. So it gives me an advantage whenever I need to move or jump around. One of the most important binds for claw is your switch mode, and your switch mode allows you to switch in between your builds and any other bind. If you see a lot of other controller players, you'll notice that their claw bind is actually just a triangle just like me. As I told you guys previously, whenever I go onto claw, I take my right pointer finger off of R1 onto triangle. This allows me to not switch over to binds all the way at the bottom just like X, square, or even triangle. It's the easiest access in between my R1 and a triangle. Now that I showed you my binds for my right hand and how I play right hand claw, it's time to show you the binds that I use for left hand claw. As you can see here, my pickaxe is set to my right D-pad, so whenever I want to play left hand claw, I take my left pointer finger off of L1 onto right D-pad just like that. So for all of my binds, I'm going to show you guys once again. As you can see here, my right pointer finger is rested on the R1, and whenever I want to go to my switch mode, which is triangle, I'll go off of R1 onto triangle just like that. And for my jump bind, since it is R3, I never have to take my thumb off of the joystick, so I can constantly move while also pressing down in order to jump. So if you guys look closely at my hand cam, you'll be able to see me use all of my binds. So if you guys listen closely to the other binds, make sure you listen even closely to these. If you would like to edit faster on controller, you want to make sure that you have a different edit bind and also a different confirm. What this does is it allows you to have 2 edit binds, which makes editing so much quicker. So whenever I go to edit, I click my left stick down just like this, and also my confirm, which is R1 just like this. And you may be asking what makes it faster. Most people have 1 edit bind and also 1 confirm, so you have to click the same button twice to even make 1 edit, and that just overall adds a huge delay. And having my edit bind set to left stick allows me to never take my thumb off of the joystick as well. So now that I explained my important binds, I'm going to go ahead and show you all of my custom preset binds. You guys can pause the video at any time that you'd like in order to see a specific bind, but just be careful whenever changing your binds because Fortnite made it really difficult, so you may mess some things up. For tip 3, now that you guys know all the tips to play claw, it's time to finally learn claw. Listen closely because some parts may be confusing, but I'll be explaining it as easy as I can. Alright, now I'm going to be showing you guys how I play claw, and to let you guys know, I do play double claw. So the first step in order to learn claw is how to grip your controller, and let's get started off with these top triggers here. So as you can see here, we have L2, we have your R2, we have R1, and we also have L1. So whenever I play claw, my right middle finger rests on R2 just like this, and my left middle finger rests on L2 just like this. And so now that we have those 2 triggers out of the way, we have to get to our front triggers, which is L1 and also R1. And for these triggers, I use both of my pointer fingers. My right pointer finger rests on R1 just like this, and my left pointer finger rests on L1 just like this. So that's how I grip my triggers on the top of this controller. Alright, so now that we get these trigger parts out of the way, that's actually one of the easiest parts. The hardest part is being able to play claw while also hitting these face buttons right here. So since I play double claw, that means both of my pointer fingers are coming off these triggers here and onto my face buttons here. For example, since my switch mode in Fortnite is triangle, I have to take my right pointer finger off of R1 and go onto triangle just like this. And now for the left side of my controller, since my pickaxe is my right D-pad, I have to take my left pointer finger off of L1 and go onto my right D-pad just like this. Now I'm going to be listing some important tips to help you guys with claw. One of the tips that you guys need to follow is being consistent. Being consistent allows you to build up that muscle memory in order to make claw a lot easier. All it takes is a week or two of learning claw, and if you're playing non-claw, you'll notice that you'll be better in that first week of playing claw. So practice a bunch of different edit courses or any practice maps that you guys like to use. I recommend practicing claw and creative before you get into any real matches. Now another tip that can help you with claw is having some controller accessories. For example, if you see on my controller Handcam on my left joystick, I actually use a KontrolFreek. When using KontrolFreeks, not only does it give you a grip, but it can also help your accuracy. It gives so many benefits, including helping my movement, so it makes it a lot easier for me to move while I'm playing claw. There are also pro controllers like the one I'm using in my Handcam, and this controller specifically has mouse click triggers and mouse click face buttons. So the delay between clicking any of the buttons is almost instant. But controllers like this are a bit pricey, so I would recommend starting off with maybe KontrolFreeks or even a controller grip. And these controller grips allows your hands to never sweat or slip while playing the game. There are a ton of controller accessories that can give you an advantage. And if you guys would like to get any of these, make sure you check out KontrolFreeks. And to help you guys save money, you can use my code Dropz at checkout. This gives you a discount code in order to save you a lot of money whenever you want to buy any of these accessories. So my link will be down below if you guys want to check it out. Now another tip that's very important, and in case you guys are scared of playing claw, is preventing any injuries. Now me personally, I've always played claw while playing Fortnite, and for years I haven't had a single injury. And sometimes I may feel some strain whenever I play, but that's super easy to take care of. If you go on YouTube, there are a ton of exercises and stretches that you can do in order to prevent any claw injury. So there's always safe ways in order to practice claw. But to be honest, all I do is really pop my fingers. That's it for today's video on how to play claw. If you want more videos like this, make sure you comment them down below. And if you've made it all the way to the end, make sure you comment down below claw in the comment section. I'm going to be hearting some of you guys' comments to see who the real ones are. And before you leave this video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe.